Welcome back to my channel, everyone, and today is gonna be a great video, if I may say so myself, because I'm going to try to build an entire city in SFS. As you can see, this is one of my buildings. It's my first building I'm going to place, and as you can see, it's just a BP edited fuel tank, and it's absolutely massive, but it needs to be that big, because otherwise it will look really small on the map. And it has this sky crane thingy on top, and this whole thing will make sure I can maneuver it to the place I want it to be at, so that it's easy to maneuver it and it doesn't have to be on the launch pad. So here we go, I'm going to launch it, and I'm going to demonstrate how I'm going to fly it over. And it's quite hard. I first tried with wheels, because that would of course be easier, but when you would get the wheels, when you would decouple them and delete them, the whole thing, the whole building would fall down a tiny bit, but still so much that it would explode, so that was not possible. So I had to use this, which is a bit more difficult, but it should be fine. As you can see on the left part of the earth, there is quite a flat area, which I'm going to use for this, because it's perfect, of course. I don't want it to be on hills. And let's demonstrate how I fly over there. So of course a bit of a scary point in this mission for me, because it has to go well now. Of course I do not need it to go up as much as it's doing right now, so I'm going to lower my throttle a bit. I need it to go to the left, and I don't want it to go to the left too much, so I'm going to cancel a bit of my velocity, horizontal velocity at least, a bit of my vertical velocity as well, because I'm kind of falling to the ground. That's great. Now, as you can see, I'm getting quite close to that one hill on the left, and I'm going to decelerate it just a bit more, at least horizontal velocity, and then I'm going to land it right about here. And of course I have to be very careful it doesn't have too much horizontal velocity still, because that could be a problem. Let's see. I think this should be fine. Bit more. Okay, like this. Now let's not crash too hard. That's perfect. So now I have Whoa, hang on. Do you see the button on the top of my screen? It says recover. I've never seen that before, actually. Okay, well, sorry, I got distracted. So what I now do is I decouple these two. Then I go to this one. And I just delete this one, which apparently is recover now. Oh, okay. It's just the same as end mission, I guess. It's just a bit different. And now, as you can see, this is my first building. And, well, I've got a lot more to add, so I'm just gonna get straight into it. And I'll keep you guys updated on how it's going every once in a while. So, see you in a bit. So as you can see, something is coming together now, and I went for the approach of having the lower buildings at the edge of the city and the higher buildings in the middle of the city. But I of course had to distort it a bit, otherwise it would look too fake. So now I'm going to add something else to bring a bit of difference into this whole thing, which is this massive thing, which I can't even select from here, so I need to go all the way to here. As you can see now, it's a massive tower, which these kind of towers are in a lot of cities, so I thought it was fitting. As you can see, it's 130 meters, almost, of course, because I still have my sky crane. It's very thin, yet heavy, so it's really hard to fly over there and land safely. But that's exactly what I'm going to try right now, and well, I guess I'm going to have to do this on camera, so I'm gonna have to concentrate a bit, so I can't talk too much. I'll try still to keep commentating, but as I said, it's hard, so we'll see how it goes. Of course, I've got to find the right balance between going up or going down, because I kind of want to stay at the same height. But I do want to move to, in this case, the left, so to the side. Which I'm doing now. I am going down a bit too much, so I'll just do this a bit. Now I am going quite fast to the right, so I'm going to slow down just a little. Because otherwise I won't be able to steer to the right anymore, as I'm getting too close to those buildings. And why can't I get my fuel down? There it is. And well, I'm almost there now. Going down at a very low rate. I do need to steer a bit more to the right soon, so I'm going to go up a bit more, so that I can steer to the right without hitting other buildings. And I do of course need to place it right next to the other buildings, otherwise it will look a bit ugly, I think. So I'm going to have to move a bit more to the right now. And I'm getting very close to touchdown. I still want to move just a little to the right. And I think this is going to be almost perfect if I just move it a little bit to the left. Now I have to lower my fuel input because I need to go down. Come on. Well, it's going, not so fast, but it shouldn't go fast because I don't want to crash. And well, here we go, 3 meters per second, 4, let's slow it down, 2 meters per second. I want to have a very gentle touchdown. 2.5. And I went up a bit accidentally. Let's do it like this. And then shut the engines off. I think this is perfect. So as you can see, this brings just a little bit of difference into it. And I'm going to place another building on the right of this. And then I think in not too much time I'm going to move it back down a bit, the buildings. So just start moving back down again like I did here. Oh wow, I just pointed at my screen. So like I did on the left side of the screen. I'm not going to decouple this first, of course. Then go to this one. And then click on this one and say recover. I also found out some other things about this update, which is that I do now have the update with the heat shields, and so of course also the re-entry stuff. Because it gave me a warning actually, your rocket doesn't have a heat shield, so that's quite cool. I do think it's gonna be making the game a lot different, but I hope it won't make too much of a difference, and I will still be able to do all the stuff I used to be able to do. And well, I'm going to build a new rocket now to continue this build. So again, I'll keep you guys updated when there is something big happening again. So well, I'll see you in a bit. Well, here I am again. For me it's 2 days later, for you guys it has been instant. But as you can see, my city has come together very nicely, if I may say so myself, of course. As you can see, I have still got the principle of having the smaller buildings, the shorter buildings on the outside, and having the taller ones in the middle. And as you can see, I've added these 2 buildings on the left, one of which is a structural part, and one on the right is also a structural part. And I wanted to have something like the farthest left building on the right too. I didn't want to be the exact same, so I figured I would do it from a separator. Of course I had to give a little twist to it, and the thing I'm going to launch now is that separator, which is going to be on the furthest right of this whole city. I'm going to switch to it now, and this is how it looks. So this is going to be that part on the right side of my city to basically end the city, because it's of course a very low building, and I'm of course still time warping, but I'm going to fly this towards that now, and that will be the last building of this entire city. And for me it doesn't look so special anymore because I've done so much with it. It's lost the magic to me, but I still think it looks great. But I think for you guys it must be great to see this, like how it turns out, or how it has turned out. But of course I've seen it a lot when adding these buildings, which actually took way longer than it should have, and also way longer than I expected. Which, by the way, it was of course a lot of work making this video, so if you enjoyed, please remember subscribing and liking the video if you enjoyed it. And now let's get to landing this part, which I'm going to be very careful about, because I don't want to screw things up here. And we're going to lower it. Don't want to touch the building on the left. Like so. What I'm doing now, yes, that I don't want to do. Great. And touchdown. Okay, so this is the last building. Let's delete this whole thing. Oh, I had to do something weird here because of the blueprint edits and stuff. I can now destroy this one. And then I can go to this building, which I believe is one of the middle ones. And then this right here is my city. And well, I'm really proud of it, because I think it turns out maybe even better than I imagined in the first place. I think it looks really cool, and also when you're on the launch pad going to launch a rocket, you can see the city, and it looks great to me. I hope it looks great for you guys too, because as I said, it took a lot of work, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, as I said, if you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you like this type of content. And well, then I hope to see you on the next video. So thank you, and bye bye.